Welcome to Logical Ayurveda. So, let's talk about Lakshanas of Prameha and Chikitsa of Prameha in detail in this video. One kind request that we have towards the students and budding practitioners is to put their mind and heart into this video, as this is bread and butter of our daily practice. India being the diabetic capital of the whole world, we as doctors have moral obligation responsibility to understand it and treat it better. Coming to the Purva Rupa of Prameha, there are the main important Purva Rupa is Pipilika Avasarpamutre, that is the ants crawling around the urine once a person passes urine, that indicates clearly presence of sugar in the urine. So, excessive formation of mala, that excessive coating of the tongue and excessive lacrimal duct secretions and excessive nail formations and matting of the hairs get together, the hairs couple together, and dryness of the palate, jivva, talu, kanta, sosha, and daha in hands and feet, supti in hands and feet are the Purva Rupa of the Prameha. Some of the Purva Rupas like Madhura Asyada are Kaphaja in nature. Some of the Purva Rupas like Daha and Jivva, Kalu, Kanta, Shosha, etc. are Pittaja in nature. And some of the Purva Rupa like Supti are Vata in nature. So, what as Charaka mentions is that all these Purva Rupas becomes Rupa or manifest into symptoms depending on the Nidana of the person. So, how to identify Kaphaja Prameha other than urine? The main symptom will be he will have most of the Ama symptoms like Ama Pradhana. The disease will be Ama Pradhana. The Vikrita Kapha is always related to Ama. So, there will be thick avalepa on the tongue. The tongue is normally pink and healthy. So, there will be thick white coating on the tongue which indicates the presence of Ama. And there will be always the Madhurasyata, or the textbook question that we can identify Ama is that you ask the patient whether you are digesting properly, whether you are going to toilet properly. The patient will always tell yes. But when you ask a specific question like do you feel tired and heavy after the intake of food, the patient will always tell yes, I feel a lot of tiredness and heaviness and bloating after taking food. That indicates the presence of Ama in the patient's body. When a person's body is not able to digest the particular food, the blood supply to the stomach becomes more and the blood supply to the peripheral organs and the brain becomes less, thereby causing drowsiness or tiredness after having food. So, the patient won't sweat more. That is a classic presentation of the Ama. Asveda is one of the presentations of that is discussed in Ama. So, similarly, Kaphaja Pramehis won't sweat at all. There will be poor Malashuddhi, repeated or incomplete evacuation of the bowels. And the Nidanas will obviously be Kaphaja in nature. That is Asya Supam Sapna Supam, Dadini Gramya Anuka Udaka Mamsa Payamsi, Navanam Gudavaikrati, Kaphakritsha Sarvam. This all Nidanas will be there in the body. To understand this Nidanas, I will give you a 3D picture of a person's story. For example, a person who is working in as a sedentary lifestyle, as a table assistant, or a person who is working in IT, wakes up at 10 a.m. in the morning and has a very thick smoothie, goes to the office, have snacks, tea and biscuits all through the day. They take a cab back home and they sleep very late at the night and wake up again in the morning and do repeat the same things. So, in this person's life history, he has not given a single opportunity for the kleda or for the excessive jalamsha to come through the sweat, because he is in AC environment all the day, he is having sedentary lifestyle and he is taking too much of carbohydrates which has the capability of accumulating lot of water in the body. The one molecule of carbohydrate is capable of accumulating 4 molecules of water. So you eat lot of carbs, there is lot of excessive jalamsha that will be present in the body. Now what happens to this person is, see, I will also give you another classic example. If you have a car and you drive it very rarely, the lifespan of the car will be around 5 to 10 years. Like you will only finish 10,000 kilometers every 6 months and your service due for the car will be late and you will have extended lifespan of the car. Now what happens if you use the same car for travel purposes or for touring purposes or cab purpose? What happens is the car runs at an average of 300 km daily. It will complete 1 lakh kilometers within 1 year. So at the end of the 70,000 kilometers you have to change tire. At the end of 1 lakh kilometer you have to change the suspension. After 2 lakh kilometers there will always be engine work for which you have to change the whole car at once. So what happens is, it's the same thing that happens to me. See, I work in AC all day. I do not work out. I do not sweat at all. The only way of removing my excess water in the body is through urine. So what happens is I don't give an opportunity at all for Jalamsha to remove through the sweat because I don't work out at all. I have ama, so I don't sweat more. I have ajirna, so I cannot sweat at all. So what happens is the only way that Jalamsha has to be removed is through basti. Now, if the expiry date of the basti is around 60 years, the basti engine has to work for 60 years, and you take lot of Gudavaikriti, Navana, etc., you don't work out at all, you reduce the expiry date of basti from 60 years to 30 years at all. That is why most of the patients get prameha even at the age of 30 or 35, because they are overusing the basti. The car which has to complete 1 lakh kilometers after 5 years is completing 1 lakh kilometers within 1 year. So similarly, if you take allopathic samprapti is also, it is telling the same thing. The beta cells which secrete insulin has to be used up at the age of 50 or 60. It is getting used up very faster because of excessive intake of carbohydrates and sedentary lifestyle. So similarly, the main thing that we have to correct is to correct this sedentary lifestyle, to correct this kapha, to expel this excessive jalamsha to the body through exercise. That is the foremost thing that has to be advised to the patient, not any drug in prameha. The first and foremost thing is become sedentary. The main thing told for Kafaja Rogis in the Vagbata tells, Nissukatvam Sukayacha. Put him at an uncomfortable position. Ask him to do exercise. Ask him to wake up early in the morning. Ask him to do exercise. Ask him to remove the excessive jalamsha. Nissukatvam Sukayacha. So that he will get sukha at the end of his life, at the midpoint of his life. Today, if you exercise, today, if you work out, you can live longer and you can maintain your body to have an extended and healthy ayur. So, as far as urine is concerned, so we asked you to take the help of the theory, but practically what we see is ask the patient to collect the urine sample throughout the night and keep it overnight and bring the urine sample in the test tube. So we can see the thick and morbidity of, if we can see the thickness and morbidity of the urine, that is Paryushita Sandra, which is kept overnight, and we can see if it is frothy like beer or saliva. So another classic textbook question that can be asked practically is that if you go urine in Indian toilet, you can ask that if they wash it repeatedly, they have to wash it repeatedly because of the pichila guna of the urine, it won't get washed away easily. So the person has to wash it. You see, the person has to put the water for 2 or 3 times to wash it. So the pichilata or sandrata can be understood in such way also. So coming to the treatment of Kafaja Prameha, the treatment should be always opposite of the kapha. That is Shita Snigdha Guna, Guru Guna, Ushna Ruksha. The Aushadhi should be Ushna Ruksha and Lagu. And the treatment should be mainly Amahara, correcting the Agni, and it should be Medo Hara, and it also should be having capability of removing the excessive jalamsha from the body. And the other activities like Udvartana will help the patient in bringing down the kleda. So the main Kashaya yogas and Churna and Vati yogas that are used are Kadaka Kadiradi Kashayam, Niruryadi Guliga, Panchanimbadi Guliga. Panchanimbadi Guliga contains a little bit of Ballataka, and it is Ushna Ruksha, and it is excellent in Kafaja Pramehis who are having skin disease as well. Sveta Gunjadi Guliga acts as Stammana, and it reduces the amount of urine that is expelled out of the body, and Nimba Rajanyadi Guliga is also helpful. So most of the patients, most of the patent drugs are Kafara nature, and most of the single drugs like Karavelaka and Nisha are also Kafara nature. They can be prescribed to the patient. So to treat a Kafaja Prameha Rogi basically is to tell that the exercise is must, and he has to wake up early in the morning, and he has to reduce the food intake. They cannot have the food at their own will. They have to reduce the food intake. They have to maintain strictly proper diet, and no morning sleep is advised. So we hope you understood the Kafaja Prameha better. Acharyas tell that Kafaja Prameha is Sukha Sadhya, but in practice we find it is also equally Krishna Sadhya, or it is Yapya, because most of the patients don't follow a proper lifestyle regimen. And there will be very rare cases who keep the Kafaja Prameha under control with the help of exercises and diet alone. So most of the patients will be in need of the following drugs that I have stated above. So you can always give Kadaka Kadiradi Kashaya and a lot of Kafara yogas like Panchanimbadi, Sveta Gunjadi, Nimba Rajanyadi, etc. You have to prescribe according to the dosha and according to the conditions available to the patients. So And one more thing is we have to always look at the Agni. You can also prescribe drugs like Indukantam Kashayam or any other Agni Deepana Vasa Kulichadi Kashayam or Patola Katrohinadi Kashayam to correct the Agni at the particular point of the time. And for Malashuddhi, you can prescribe the Churna yogas like Triphala or any other to bring Malashuddhi. Most of the time, we also find that by giving the proper Malashuddhi, the sugar level of the patient comes down. By giving Anulomana Churnas or by giving Senna Triphala Churna or by any other Anulomaka Dravyas that are Kafara in nature, Churna Kalpana, when used in Churna Kalpanas like Haritake, which does Pachana of the Mala and expels it, such yogas always brings down the sugar, always correct the Agni and brings down the sugar level. That will also be helpful.